Hello students. So today we are going to start with our subject science lesson number 15, that is fun with magnets. So students, before starting with this lesson, I'd like you to know a short introduction about this. So students, you all know what magnets are, correct? We play at home with magnets, we have seen. Basically, it attracts materials or certain objects towards itself. So, how we can do more things with it, we are going to learn in this lesson. So, students, now what have you ever seen that pins in a pin holder do not fall even when it is held upside down? Now, why this happens? Or while we are shutting the door of a fridge, we find that it closes automatically from a certain distance and does not opens unless we pull it again. Why this happens? Ever you have ever thought about it, that why these things happens? Yeah, because there is a magnet is used in these objects or in these gadgets. Understood? A magnet is fitted in the cap of a pin holder. That is why when you twist or turn the pins, it does not fall down. Same way, the door of the fridge also has these magnets. Understood? Now students, what is magnet? Basically, the material to which objects made from iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. get attracted is called as magnet. Now, the property of this objects or these materials is called as magnetism. Understood, students? Students, also keep in mind that all the iron objects stick to a magnet. Understood? Basically, it attracts the materials which are made from iron, nickel, cobalt. Understood? Now moving next, here they have given us to try this. What you have to do is, you have to take a magnet from the laboratory and bring it near various objects in your use. Now, which of them will stick to the magnet? Everything will not stick, correct? So what material is each of them made of? Observe these things carefully. Classify the objects into two groups, which sticks and one which does not sticks to the magnet. Now you can also take a mixture of sand, paper of pieces of paper, sawdust, iron fillings, pins in a plate or in a saucer, and now you have to move a magnet around it. What will you see? What will happen? You will say that some will stick and some will won't, correct? Basically students, the materials that stick to a magnet are called as magnetic materials, okay, and while those which do not stick to the magnet is called non-magnetic materials. The materials like iron, cobalt, nickel are all magnetic materials. Understood, students? Now moving towards our past, a very long time ago, there is a legend story about the discovery of magnets. How that it is said that there was a shepherd named Magnus who lived in Greece. Okay, now what happened, that once while his sheep were grazing, when they were eating the grass, correct, shepherds take their sheep to eat the grass, correct? So when they were grazing, he sat down on a big rock, but what a surprise he got when he tried to get up. His staff means a stick which they hold to run the sheeps, that was made of iron, okay, and his shoes were stuck to the rock. He had to use great force to pull himself away from this rock. Then he realized that what had happened was because of the iron ferrule on his staff and the iron nails in his shoes. Now, however, other rocks did not stick to his shoes or staff. Later, he showed this rock to everybody. Now, the rock was named magnetite after Magnus, the shepherd. Okay. Now, magnetite is a natural magnet. It is also possible for the same magnet came from Magnesia, the part of Greece where magnets were discovered. Also, students, it was known for quite a long ago to the people in China and Europe that the piece of magnetite hung freely, always settled in either north or south direction. Now, these rocks then came to be used for finding the directions, like traveling through unknown regions. That is why these are also called as lodestones, leading stones. Okay, this led the invention of the mariner's compass. Okay, you use the compass, the direction that is made, the discovery of that was made from lodestones. Okay, now magnets also can have a variety of shapes depending upon their uses. Okay, now today magnets are used in many machines and gadgets or devices, like first only I told you about the pin holder and the fridge, correct? Now they are all man-made magnets. Now we can find more magnets in the picture that are made by man. Okay, like there are bar magnets, disc magnets, horseshoe magnets, ring shaped magnets, cylindrical magnets, as also small button magnets, that all are in different shapes of magnets which are used in our everyday use also and everyday life also. These are man-made magnets. Okay, now next is magnetism. So students, when a magnet which attracts an object, now that object is displaced due to the magnetic force. Basically, in places like factories, ports, garbage depot, large objects are basically shifted from one place to another place. Correct? For this purpose, cranes with magnets are used. Work is done by magnetic force. This shows that magnetism is a kind of energy. Understood, students, how magnetism works, and it works nearing the magnets. Now, what are the characteristics of magnet? First, what you can do is determine the direction in the class or laboratory. Okay, now tie a thread to the center of a bar magnet and hang it from the stand as shown in this picture. Now, what you have to note is the direction in which the magnet settles and turn it around again. Now, let it settle and note the direction. Do this many times. What will you observe? A magnet will always settle in the north and south direction only. Understood? Now, next characteristics is, what you have to do is, what you know is the end of a magnet that points to the north is called the north pole, while the end that points to the south is called the south pole. The north pole is indicated by letter N and the south pole is indicated by letter S. So students, now what you have to do is place some iron fillings on a sheet of paper and pass a bar magnet over them. Now pick up these magnets by holding it in the center. What do you see? To which part of the magnet do most of the iron fillings sticks? On which part do we see fewer fillings? What can we conclude from this? The ends are attracted towards the fillings, correct? The magnetic force is concentrated at the two ends or poles of the magnet. Now, students, what you have to do is take a bar magnet that can be cut with scissors or knife. Okay, now why you take the iron fillings on a sheet of a paper and place this magnet on it. Most of the iron fillings will seem to be stick to its pole, correct? Now what you have to do is cut the magnet into two pieces as shown in this picture and place those pieces on the iron fillings. What you will see, pick up each of the pieces and observe them. Everything is going to stick again to the south and north poles, correct? How many times you break the magnet, it will form a new magnet. You can see the top, there is a one big magnet. You cut it, it becomes two magnet. If you cut one and one again, it will become four magnets. So as much as you cut, it will form its south and north pole automatically. Understood? So if a magnet is divided into two parts, two independent magnets are formed. It means that the two poles of the magnet cannot be separated from each other. Understood, students? Okay, so children, here we finish with some of the characteristics of magnets. The other half and other characteristics we'll learn in our next session, and the rest remaining lesson will also be continued in our next session. Understood? So till then, thank you, and I hope you understood it well. Thank you.